All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. It's Turn On Tuesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's take a moment to roll our shoulders back and shake our bodies, let our hair loose. Hi. How's it going? How's it going? I'm so excited to be here. I'm going to give us a little time for everybody to pop on because there are so many of you RSVP'd for this live today, which means it's a hot topic. And I love talking about hot topics. So I see you guys popping on. If you're here, say hey, leave a comment so I know that you're here. If you're catching the replay, do hashtag replay so I can come back, answer your questions. We can chit, we can chat. This is going to be amazing because today I'm sharing a really important message with everybody that's tuning in. Today I'm going to be talking about how being a good wife, right? We've been taught to be so good daughters, good mothers, good wives, good friends, good girls. How being a good wife is actually hurting your marriage, but also, maybe you didn't know, it's also hurting your business and how you make money. But it's not all bad, okay? Because I'm also going to be sharing with you the delicious, and yummy things that you get to do instead, so that you get to experience a life where you can completely, truly do you. Okay, you get to prioritize your pleasure. You get to do all the things that make you feel good, that make you feel lit up, that make you feel juicy and joyful, and have that life where you're like, damn, everything is just feeling really great. Right? When you wake up in the morning and you're not stressed out because it's the schedule that you made and you don't have to wake up early if you don't want to, and your man is making breakfast or helping with the kids, and you just get to take a shower or do a pleasure practice or have a dance party or whatever really makes you feel good. That's how you get to start your day, and then you get to keep those vibes going for the rest of the day, whether you're working, meeting with clients, doing whatever you need to do, and have lots of fun, right? Life gets to be really fun. There's hard times, there's times when we're building, growing, and it gets to be really fun too, right? But while that's happening, while you're laying with your tatas out in the sunshine and just being like, life's amazing, you still get to be successful, okay? Still get to be successful and a happy woman that has a great career or a really fun business that you're growing. But most importantly, that life feels really good. Okay, that's really what I'm here for. All right. So, in case you don't know me, hi. My name is Michelle Kanan. I'm kind of a pleasure queen. And I'm also known as the Have It All Queen and the founder of the Embodied Satisfaction Method, which I'm going to be talking about. And also the legendary Goddess Wife School, which is where I teach women all of my secrets. And what I do is I help driven women like you, like me, who are working really hard to have it all and feel successful and make our dreams come true, actually enjoy their lives and their marriages, by making you completely unapologetic about your desire, right? No shame, no guilt. I want what I want and I want it, give it to me. And also embodying your juicy goddess energy, right? Because we don't want to be in hustle mode all the time, grind mode, push mode, forcing things mode to happen. And when you're in that place, for all of my married babes or my partnered babes, this is where what I do is different from anybody else. You get to activate your relationship to become a divine partnership, right? And what that means is that you are in your queen level, your man is in his king level, and you're deeply connected with your man and you're totally in sync. Right? So you get to build a pleasure-based, successful life that is full of freedom and fun and wealth and all of your dreams coming true, but you get to do it together instead of what happens to so many couples, right? Is they feel like they're growing apart or they want different things, or a lot of women, when they first work with me, they feel like their man isn't stepping up or meeting them in that place, right? You get to meet your man in that level, right? My clients, what they love is they are the couple that everyone's jealous of, and how do you still get it on after 10 years or 20 years? How do you still have that passion, that fun, and all that stuff going on? That's the vibe. That's what we get to do. Okay. And before I move forward, before I'm going to tell you the secret of why you get to stop being a good wife or a good girl and what you get to do instead in order to feel really good and make sure that your man is doing things like reading your mind. Yes, I know a lot of you are RSVP for this because you're like, all right, tell me, how do you get your man to read your mind? I will absolutely tell you because it happens to me almost every day in my relationship. And when it happens to my clients, they're like, oh my God. And it gets to happen to you too. Okay. And when he does, what that means is he can start planning like romantic dates and surprises and taking you to concerts and like buying you cute things that you were just like, oh my God, I just thought about that. I never even said that out loud. How did you know? I'll tell you how he knows. How you get to cut your to-do list in half. Okay. Wouldn't that be amazing if you got to cut your to-do list in half? And how doing that is actually going to rekindle the romance. And actually, it's going to inspire your man to spoil you and take care of you, just like you see in the movies. All right. And I'm also going to share with you the one thing, just one, right? Because we don't need to overdo it, that you need to do, that you get to do, honestly, to stop feeling burnt out. And then you get to feel like a total goddess who's always supported and recognized and appreciated by her man. And he's always like stepping up another level. How do I help you? How do I take care of that for you? No, baby, I got this. You just relax. No, baby, you do so much. You're such a great mom. You do so much for this house. You chill. I've got this. That feels so good when he says that. And you don't have to nag him or push him or remind him. He just feels it and is inspired, right? So you always get your needs met and your desires fulfilled. And while you get that, he's getting his needs met and his desires fulfilled too. They don't call me the have it all queen for nothing. I want you to have it all. I want your man to have it all. I want your bank account to have it all. I want all the women in the world to have it all. All right. So, first, I just want to say that if you're new to my world, hi, DM me. I want to give you a free gift. It's my Rekindle Your Honeymoon Vibes mini program. It's an activation that will just, in less than 5 days, it'll get everything flowing and super fun and juicy with your man. So for those of you that have like been in your relationship for a really long time, this will take you back to those honeymoon days. Like I can almost guarantee it at this point, every woman that has done Rekindle is like, what? So DM me so I can get you the link to that. All right, so let us get into it. I'm seeing some people here. Say hi if you're here. Holla, hello, hello, hello. It's so good to see everybody here. All right, let us get into it. Okay, so here we go. Why being a good wife is actually hurting your marriage. Oops, I know you don't want to do that, but I'm going to tell you the truth. And what me and my clients do instead, so that we have things happen like having our man read our mind, like give us things like, okay, you know, when you're on your phone and you get ads from Facebook and you're like, are they listening to me? How did they know? How do they know I wanted this? I was just talking about this. That's the vibe. Like that is an experience that me and my clients have in our relationships with our men where we're like, how did he know that? Oh my God. And like crazy things like specific pieces of jewelry or like no joke, a yoga studio. One of my clients, her man is building her a yoga studio of her dreams on his property, or buying tickets to like a show that she wanted to go to, or another client, like a restaurant. She was reading like the New Yorker. There was this amazing restaurant she wanted to go to, and like that he got reservations without asking, like crazy kind of stuff like that. Right. Also, we love to lay around. Me and my clients, like we like to get shit done, right? But we also love to lay around and just prioritize like what makes us happy, right? And only do what makes us happy. While, right, everything that we need to get done, it still gets done. Isn't that the best feeling in the world where you can just like chill and enjoy, right? You're working so hard to create your life and just know that everything that needs to get done is still going to get done. Everything is handled. Your man is like a boss. He's in his like provider mode. He's taking care of everything, right? Like, so you just get to be so relaxed and easy with yourself. Your business is growing and you don't have to be like neurotic and on top of everything and micromanaging all the time and feeling like there's a million things to do. If you have clients, your clients are super happy. If you have a boss, your boss and your team are super happy. You have lots of time for everything. Your date nights are scheduled. And like your PDA is so sweet. And like me and my husband were at a friend's house yesterday and we were hugging and she was like, get a room, which I think is so cool because it's like, our anniversary on Friday. Like we've been married, I want to say for 7 or 8 years at this point, and that like our PDA is still so that people are like telling us to get a room. Like that's the vibe, right? Now, there's a saying, you might have heard this saying, I've heard this saying, happy wife, happy life. And it's not what you think. Okay. Like I used to think that happy wife, happy life meant that my man had to do everything, whatever I needed, like to take care of me and to make me happy and all those kinds of things. Right. Now, let's put that aside for a second. Happy wife, happy life, right, has another meaning that I'm going to teach you about today. Because, see, as women, we've been programmed to be good, right? And there's no shame in that. Like, you can leave a comment. Oh, by the way, also leave a comment just in case you don't DM me if you want. Hi, my free Rekindle Your Honeymoon Vibes gift. You can also leave a comment that says, I want a gift or free gift so that my team knows how to get it to you. Okay. So, so as women, right, we've been programmed basically since birth and from society to be good, right, and to take care of others and to gauge our self-worth on what other people think and how they respond, and if they're telling us, if they're giving us feedback that we're good, and look, on the one hand it feels totally great, right? Like that's why we do it. It feels good to take care of the people that we love. It feels good to do things for other people. There is that like energetic nourishment that comes from that, right? But there's this point that many women experience, especially in relationships and especially when we're moms or business owners, that where we feel like we lose ourselves, right? And we feel like our boundaries get crossed and the energy starts to shift and all of that like doing good and being good, it stops feeling so good. But the pressure to stay good remains, right? Because we've built up a certain level of expectation. And if we don't act good or do those good things, we don't get that positive feedback and that positive reinforcement. And then our bodies, our nervous systems are like, wait, like tell me I'm good. Like I'll do all the things. But then, our inside of us, we feel kind of like resentful, right? Because as our when we go past our boundaries, right, and that energetic shift starts to happen, what starts to happen is we start to abandon ourselves. Okay. We cut away from our intuition, right? Because there's a part inside of us that's like, I don't want to do this, right? Or take a break or not right now. But our programming overrides that. And it's like, no, I can handle that. No, one more thing. If I don't do it, nobody else is going to do that, right? Like, I need to get shit done. Like, if I stop, everything's going to fall apart. Like, I keep needing to move it forward, that kind of thing. And then we become under resourced, right? We don't have enough energy and we feel burnt out and we feel like our brain is in a million different places and we can't focus on like any one thing and everything feels like a priority and has to happen now and we're the only ones that can do it. And so then there are a lot of side effects start to happen, right? Like crazy things, like our businesses start to suffer, right? Because we can't do it all. And our moods, we're not in the best mood, right? And our outlook on life starts to like, and our joy starts to drain away. And then we start to tell ourselves the stories that we've heard, right? That like, marriage sucks, and women always have to pick up the slack. Like we always have to do more. And, men just don't understand, right? And like being a successful woman, like you can't have it all. Like, and it affects your career, right? Like having a family like affects your career and you can't make as much money and you don't have as much time and you can't do all of the things, right? All of that noise starts to like bubble up in our minds. Okay. So but that is all happening, and it's true, it happens to so many women. I've actually been there myself, that's why I can like totally talk to you about it. But I have the solution for you, okay? And the solution to being a good wife, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a good wife, it's just what we do to ourselves and to our moods and to our energy and to our mindset, and how we are able to show up when we're trying to be good, is we're self-sabotaging. And the solution to that isn't, it could be to be bad. I like to be bad. I'm a naughty, not a little minx myself. I like to be naughty and do client calls from the bathtub and take days off whenever I feel like it, and have like sexy breaks with my man, like before I write my content or like before I do my calls or like whatever. I love to do that. Okay. But what we need to do is to do less. Okay. We need to do less, but with a twist. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why, for those of you that are like, I can't do less. Who's going to do it all if I'm not doing it? I'm getting there, girl. I'm getting there. I got you. I got you. Right. Because look, I want you to learn how to do less, but it's going to be about doing less of the things that you don't want to do and that you don't like to do. And it's about doing less of what makes you be good or look good so that you can do more of what makes you feel good and what turns you on and what lights you up and what makes your man feel inspired and excited to get next to you and near you and like want to show up for you in all those different ways. And why you're doing it is not, for him, right? It's for you, right? Because like, aren't you tired of doing all the things? Aren't you tired of being so good? Right? Like, didn't you watch your mom or your grandma or like other women in your life like be good and see all of the consequences, like the martyrdom and the exhaustion and the lack of credit and the disparity and like how they're, doing responsibilities or all the things they had to do, the mental load, the emotional load, like all that kind of stuff. Like, is that what you want? Like, and actually, if you look at your life and your marriage, is that what you're living? Like, and if it is, like, I'm so glad that you're here because there's totally another way. And I watched my female family members and the women in my lineage like go through that too. I think we all watch the pain of our mothers and our grandmothers and our aunts and their friends like go through all of this, right? And I'm here to tell you, I'm here to give you permission. I'm here to expand you into this understanding that you get to do less of being good and you get to do more of what feels good so that you don't have to use your anger and your frustration or your defeat or this like energy like this sucks or this is hard energy, because we can make changes from being angry. We can make changes by fighting with our partners or feeling pissed off or criticizing or nagging or reminding. Like, sure, we can do that, but again, that's more of what doesn't feel good, right? And that's you using the fuel of anger and frustration to make things different. So things could change, but there's consequences to that, because it means every change or every action that your husband takes or every success that you get is fueled from that pain and fueled from that contraction, fueled from like, oh, it's hard, instead of fueled from your joy and your pleasure and what's possible and from inspiration and from, I want that. Right. And don't you want that? Like, I want you to have a life. This is the kind of life I had to make this shift too, right? I want that instead of I don't want that. Right. And the secret of getting in your, I want that. I want this life. I want this marriage. I want this money. I want these clients. I want this freedom. I want this fun. I, I want this joy, is to get out of trying to be good. Okay. And the secret is to get unapologetic about what you want. Okay. And connect with this energy inside of you, activate, like I call it goddess energy inside of you, where all of that becomes possible, where everything is fueled by your turn on, by your pleasure, by your inspiration, by your joy. Because when we prioritize being good instead of feeling good, everybody suffers. It's not just you that is suffering, okay? Everything starts to run on stress and fear and worry and resentment and obligation, and think about how that affects your life. Think about how that affects your relationship. Think about how that affects your business and your career, and if you have kids, your family and your friendships. If that is the energetic fuel that you're running on, okay? But when we can be clear about what we want, right? And when you can embody your unique goddess energy, and I'm not talking about like this BS about like being feminine or looking pretty. No, I'm talking about an energy inside of you that is unique to you, that is about receiving and activating and expanding and like playing with the energy of the universe to create, and also playing with the energy of your man and his masculine in order to create and to have and to enjoy. Something amazing happens in your life, in your relationship, in your business, in your experience. Okay, like I want to tell you about one of my clients who is legit like living a fantasy. Like every time she texts me, she's like, I am having cognitive dissonance right now that this is my life. Like not only did she message me this morning with a picture of a gorgeous diamond bracelet with her birthstones in it that her man gave to her as a surprise. He researched her birthstone, by the way, and gifted her this gorgeous bracelet. But he keeps showing up and he's, surprising her and taking her on a trip to Florida this weekend. And he's making all these changes in his life and in how he lives because he wants to meet her in a place of like of what she wants. He wants to give it to her. He wants to give it to her. And the reason why that's happening is because she is showing up unapologetic about what she wants. She isn't shrinking herself. She isn't making herself feel guilty for having her needs. She's being clear about what she wants. And instead of needing to be bitchy about it or nag him about it or assume he's not going to do it or not going to get it, she is using her activated goddess blueprint energy. She's showing up as the goddess that she wants to be, as the woman that gets treated like that gets surprised like that gets taken care of like that. And her man keeps doing those things. She doesn't even have to ask him. It's just like surprise, surprise, surprise. Like he's going to take her here. He's going to buy her that. He's going to bring her on this vacation. He builds her things. He's redoing his property like for her to the point where she's just like, this is crazy, right? Because she came from this place of it's not going to happen, right? And she was trying to be good. She was trying to be good instead of being in her desire, being clear about what she wants and showing up from that place of fun and possibility. And I want that and give that to me and meet me here. Let's do this together. Now think about the energetic shift there, okay? Think about the energetic shift between my man never and he won't. And that's not the kind of guy that he is versus, right? And I have to do all of these things. I have to be a certain way. I have to ask a certain way. I have to do all of these things. I have to take care of all of these things because he'll never. Think about that energy, that kind of experience versus he wants to. I want that and he wants to meet me there. I want this and I'm going to want it because it feels good for me. I'm going to do the things that feel good for me. I'm going to do the things that light me up. I'm going to do the things that make me feel creative, make me feel expansive, make me feel abundant, make me feel turn on, make me feel my pleasure. Like if you are doing those things, if you stop being good, if you stop acting the way that you think that you're supposed to, and you really connect with your juicy desires, with what you really want, and with the energy inside of you that is turned on and lit up, and you do the things in your life that make you feel like that, you are going to be so tantalizing, so inspirational, so magnetic to your man. He's going to want to do everything for you and then some. And on top of that, you're going to become this magnet in your business. You're going to get, like, all my clients are getting promotions and bonuses and new clients and job offer. And I don't do business coaching. I do have it all coaching. I do embodied satisfaction, right? Feel the energy of that in your body. That's what I want you to have. Okay. So I want you to remember to DM me for my free Rekindle Your Honeymoon Vibes mini program, or just drop a chat, a comment that says like, I want my free gift or free gift. And that is honestly, whether you're in a relationship or not, it's about rekindling those juicy vibes. That's going to get all of this jump started for you and flowing and fun with you, with your man in less than 5 days. Like, probably even today, once you start it, you'll just like get the first hit of it, and that's going to get all that activated for you. Or if you want to know how my embodied satisfaction method will have you feeling like a total pleasure goddess who knows what she wants and always gets it easily, with fun, with inspiration, with joy, because you're deeply connected to and supported by your man and by the universe, because your man is a fucking king and he's always stepping up to meet you and co-create the life of your dreams with you and surprise you and please you and have fun with you, like morning sex breaks and taking you out for like surprise drinks and meals and organizing parties and just like doing all of the things that make you feel so good. So of course you get to show up like a total goddess in your business, and you get to be successful, and your home feels great, and being a mom feels great, and you just feel great. Shoot me a message or leave me a comment. Like, let's get to know each other. I have a few goddess activation calls that I give for free. So just slide into my DMs. And if you're a good fit, we will schedule that in. But like, honestly, I'm here for you, right? Like, I have it all. My clients have it all. We have the tools that we need to work through whatever feels hard so that we can get back to that place of being in flow and fun and having it all with our man. And it's because we're not trying to be good. We're not trying to do it the way that we're supposed to do it. No, we're connected to our desires. We're unapologetic about it. Okay. We feel like goddesses every day. We're doing things that help us feel like goddesses, that make us feel in our turn on and our pleasure, like that we're playing with the energy of life and our man. And that's why our relationships are activated into divine partnerships where you're in total flow and harmony and connection with your man. And he's meeting you at that higher level where you always want him to meet you. He's excited and inspired, and you guys get to co-create a beautiful, abundant life and business, and family and all the things together. Hello, everybody. Or I see free gift. You rang. Perfect. All right. I'll see you guys in my DMs, or my team will follow up with you if you left a comment. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to give it to you. Let's have some fun. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I'll see you next week for our next turn on Tuesday. Bye, babes.